license. So because they're men, they have two heads. Is it fair on womanhood? Why relegate us to the background? Why say we can't when we can?
Hi, lovely people. Hi, welcome back to this channel. This is GIECHICLEAR's Flavors, and in this channel, we talk about everything appreciation. We acknowledge the doings of God in our lives, and we see all the good things that God is doing in our lives, even in our challenges, and we talk about it, and then we share. This is a Christian channel, yes. And we talk about every good thing that God is doing in our lives here. With the good things, with the challenges, everything we appreciate it and we talk about it. Today, I came across a very, very important figure. You understand? And I really kind of want to talk about the person that I came in contact with. Because, watching that documentary really kind of impacted my life. And I want to share it in this platform because I know just the way what I saw benefited me so well. I feel I should share it on this platform and one or two people will find value in it. Yes. So today, we want to talk about Madam Alakija, Folorunso. Folorunso Alakija. Do you know about her? If you know about her, who is she to you? Who do you think she is? I'll tell you who she is. She is the richest woman in Africa, 2020. Yes. Folorisha is a very great woman, very, very great woman. She has done remarkably well for Nigeria and also you know, to Africa as a whole. There's a magazine, magazine that recognizes her as the richest woman in Africa. And that's so very remarkable for me as a young girl, having a figure like that to look up to know that yes, you can achieve anything you want to achieve. And despite the environment you find yourself, you can become anything you want to become. It's just for you to kind of be focused and be determined. Anything you want, you can actually achieve it. She just turned 70 recently. It's TV, something Arise TV. I just came in contact with that, documentary that they did on her, and I watched it. You understand? It's so kind of impacted my life, and I want to share so that me and you will find value in what they, about this woman. And it really piqued my imaginations that we have great people doing great things that has achieved a whole lot of great things, especially in this country. But our media is not really kind of propagating this good thing for people to see that yes, something good is actually happening in our country, Nigeria, or something good is actually happening from our country, Nigeria. You understand, Nigeria? She just turned 70 recently and it beat my imagination. I'm talking about, what I got from her, documentary that they did. From the documentary, Arise TV did on her now, the value that I pick, from that documentary, and I'm sharing it in this platform for us to get that wisdom in this. So I'm going to be talking about the way I'm going to be going about it is that I will talk about the value I got, then I'll show you clips from that documentary so that you see it, you will hear her practically telling you in her own way. You understand what I'm talking about, just the way I'm telling you in my own way what I pick from, what she's saying. Firstly, she turned 70 recently, I think this year. That's when this documentary was done. That's the period that this documentary is done on her. And she said something very remarkable during that interview. She said she doesn't feel 70, guys. She's 70 years old and she doesn't feel it. So it's really kind of it amazed me, it blew my mind that yes, that when you're getting older, you understand you're getting younger in your heart. Do you understand? You're getting younger in your heart. I can see a 70 years old woman saying she doesn't feel 70 at that age. It really blew my mind to know that yes, you just have to kind of find a way to take care of yourself and Old age is in the way you feel, not in the number, the way you feel. If you feel old, you're old. If you feel young, you're young. I mean, you can imagine somebody that has turned, that 70 years, and, she's saying that she doesn't feel 70. So why should I now that I just turned 30 something, why should I be saying, I'm getting old, and this and that? No, old age is in the way you feel. If you feel young, you will stay young. If you feel old, even when you're young, you will still feel, you're old, if that makes sense. So I really picked that. I'll play the clips. You'll hear it from her own mouth when she says she doesn't feel 70, that she feel, that the year is just run by for her. So watch it.
To congratulate you as you turn 70. Now, what does life mean at 70?
I don't feel 70. In my heart, it's flown by. I didn't realize that I could sit here and be talking about 70 so quickly.
Yes, the value I pick from what she said is that refuse to feel old even when you're gaining age. Just refuse. Tell yourself that I am going to be healthy, strong, young, even as I get, as I gain in age. Because it's so very remarkable to see a 70 years old woman saying that she doesn't feel old, guys. Yeah, lovely. Watching Alakija's, watching her, interview with Arise TV really shocked me because the lady asked her, she was asked a question that what is her regret in life? And guys, it will shock you what she said. Watch what she said, then we'll talk about it.
Except that I didn't come to Christ earlier, which was almost 30 years ago. That's my only regret.
She said something very remarkable. She said, what really kind of the only that she doesn't have any regret in life. This is a very rich woman. You understand? She has everything that she needs in this world that money can buy, and she's telling you that the only regret that she has in this world is what that she did not serve God early. Can you imagine that? That she did not discover God early. And one thing that beats my imagination is that, um, when people start getting older, they now realize that, look, the best thing that can happen to them is to serve God. And that's why when you get to church, you find out that most of the people that stay in church are all people that have gotten to that age of 70, 50. Most of them, they are in church serving God. But you find out that when we're young, you want to kind of do a whole lot of things. You feel, you want to use your age to get a whole lot of things, and we neglect God. But here is a woman that has everything, telling us that, look, the only regret that she has is not serving God early. You understand that she could have discovered God early and serve Him early. When I was watching her, and I say, wow, this platform, for me to pick it and talk about, spiritual thing publicly and let everybody know my faith, it kind of gave me springs to bounce, knowing that I'm on the right track. You know, Seeing a rich woman, a very influential woman like that, saying that yes, that the only regret that she has now that she has turned 70, with all the money that she has, is not serving God early enough. And I can see her, she's now, I think she's an evangelist or apostle. I think apostle. She has become an apostle now. She's doing a whole lot of things for God. I'm on right track, guys. So I'm trying to tell any young person in this platform that, look, it's not all about chasing money. Because see a woman that has everything and she's telling you now that she has turned 70 that the only regret that she has is not serving God early. That's to tell you serving God what it is. It's true. Watching her makes me know more than ever before that the valuable thing you can do to yourself right now is serving God. Because, taking spiritual things seriously is really kind of the valuable thing that you can do with your youthfulness And as you age to old age, you understand, you start it now that you're young and then grow with it to old age. Because seeing a rich woman saying that the only regret that she has is not serving God early makes me know that I need to kind of hold my spiritual things that I'm doing very valuable, because it's valuable. So guys, Madam Alakija said something very remarkable. When she was asked, how did she, because she was into fashion, you understand, then she now, transits, yes, as in move into oil, business. She was asked how did that happen? She said something very remarkable. And guess what? Friends. Her friend. Her friend was the one that gave her that information. And she ran with that information and made it happen for herself. What am I trying to say? We have people around us, you know, be careful with the kind of relationship you have around you. What am I trying to say? Because but that person that you think is not valuable in your life might turn out to be the one that will give you one simple information that you will use, and that simple information will change your life. Imagine her family friend gave her the information about, that has to do with oil blogs, oil, all those languages, and, made her to become who she is today because she took that information and ran with it. Because, information is very valuable. We all need information. One simple information that you will get will change your destiny completely, just the way it has changed um Madam Alakija's story completely. So value your relationship, value the people around you, and then pray that the right information will come, from them to you. You understand? And when there is information that they need to kind of share with you, they should be able to share with you, that the Holy Spirit will be able to minister to them and they will remember you and then share the information with you. I think that's the prayers we all have to kind of pray, because the person that will be of help to you is just there. You might not know and miss it. And when you miss that information, you've missed something great in your life. It's a friend, a family friend that gave her this information of oil blocks, and she took it and ran with it. And today, look at what she has become. The first woman in Africa that has a whole lot of, money. The first richest woman in Africa, not in Nigeria, in Africa. And her net worth, if they call her net worth is some, I think they said 1 billion US dollars. That's her net worth. It's really kind of net worth. It's really kind of amazing to have such a figure, and a female from Nigeria is what, broadcasting, as in standing on top of the roof and talking about it. And another thing you have to kind of know is that it's not enough to get the information. It's not enough for your friend to tell you what is happening. But when you get the information, how are you hearing it? How are we hearing it? And how are you implementing this information that you're getting? Watch this and see how she kind of got the information and then implemented it, and see how everything was turning against the information, but she stood her ground till she achieved results. So it's very remarkable. When you get the information, how do you use it to your own advantage? How do you use the information that you're getting? Or you just see it like another casual information. But if you can like kind of sieve the information you use and then use it to your own advantage, I think it will be a great a great thing for me and you. So since I watched the documentary, I kind of I changed my system of prayers. Actually, I start telling myself that the people that I know in my life will remember me when the right information with the right information, and when I get that right information, that God should give me the wisdom to be able to kind of turn that information to my favor.
A friend of mine, we met on the plane. We're family friends. we met on the plane, and she said, oh, you know what, there's something I'd like to talk to you about when we get back to Nigeria. If the person I asked to help me out with it hasn't done it, then, you know, I'll ask you to help me out. So we got back to Nigeria, and she came knocking on my door, gave me some paid documents, and she had some clients that were looking to lift crude oil from Nigeria. And she wondered whether I might be able to speak to some of my clients, one of whom was the late Mrs. Babangida. And I said, okay, I'll go and see her. Yes, let's see how she can help. And I got there, and she said, okay, I can book an appointment for you to see the petroleum minister. And I went to see the petroleum minister, and what they wanted was to lift crude, and the petroleum minister said, listen, the current administration at that time really wanted to move away from that, preferred to get Nigerians to be more involved in that rather than, you know, giving that out to foreigners. So he said, if they want to invest in Nigeria rather than come and lift Nigeria's crude, then they'd be willing to do that. I took it back to my friend. She took it back to her clients, and her clients said, no, we don't want to invest in Nigeria. We only wanted to lift. So we parted ways, said bye-bye. And I said to myself, now that I have an inroad to that place, why don't I go and find something I can do? All I wanted was a contract. You understand what I'm saying? To boost, you know, my pocket. I still wanted to carry on doing my fashion. I love it.
Yeah.
So I went back. I asked Mrs. Babangida to please help me to book another appointment. And I went to see the minister, and I told him that I was interested in, you know, finding something to do with the
oil industry,
with the, you know, with NNPC. And I was given all sorts of different options, that are possibilities. You understand me? Catering for those on, you know, on the offshore.
Yes.
And maybe transporting crude from one location to another, stuff like that. So I would sit down, write my letter, and take it there. Sometimes I had to wait 6 months to get the appointment. Yes.
Wow.
Sometimes 4 months. And I would go back, and he would punch holes in what had come to offer. And I would go back dejected. And I would go and do some more homework. And then I'd get Mrs. Babangida to book another appointment for me.
Wow.
So that went on. They were all no-nos, which is one of the reasons why I've made it one of my mantras. Never accept a no for an answer. So I came back home, and I cried my eyes out. My husband comforted me. And I called Mrs. Babangida, and I said, this is what I came back with. And she said, well, all she knows is that that kind of thing takes years. And we left it at that. And I carried on licking my wounds. And then I woke up one day and I said, no, I'm not accepting that no. I'm not going to allow that to just fritter away.
Yes.
It was like a wake-up call. Felicia, what's the matter with you? I thought you liked challenges. I was saying that to myself. Come on, do something about this. What's there to lose?
And another thing, you know, watching her documentary, another thing that really kind of piqued my imagination is that when will the society start accepting that women too can do it? When? And it beat me so well that we are the one that produce, you know, we are the naturals, as in we bring, there is nobody in this world that did not come through a woman. And when, especially, I'm talking about some men now, and when they grow and become, something relevant, they now start saying that women cannot do anything. But it is a woman that nurture every man that has become something in this life. He passed through a woman. So anything you think, any wisdom you think you've gotten, you got it from a woman, from your mother, from your sister, or from your girlfriend. Because I've come to realize that, look, there is no any man that has become something great that there is no woman with him. Yes. So if you watch her documentary, you'll find out that she was kind of really, really, you know, a whole lot of things, went by, went did not really go well with her because she's a woman, and especially because she got her most of the dealings from Marian Babangida, that's the wife of the former president of Nigeria, that's the former president of Babangida. Yes, she got openings from there, and people tried to kind of use it that it was because she was sewing blouses for Marian, and that's why she got that opportunity to become what she is, and she dealt with it very well in this documentary. Watch it and you'll see what I'm talking about.
But that was all that she did concerning this oil license
Wow.
matter. She kept on getting me those appointments. And the rest was what God wanted to do. What he wanted to do at first by giving me that opening through my friend, because I would have never looked at the oil industry.
Correct.
So I went back and I said to the minister that I wanted to see whether I could do this, that I really want to apply for it. So he said, okay, you go and do your homework, because it's Nigerians that the government of the day wants to encourage now.
Yeah.
We have a lot of multinationals over the years. We want to encourage Nigerians. We want our resources and our wealth to be retained in our own land, rather than having it carted away by foreigners all the time.
Yes.
So I applied for the license 3 times, and that took 3 years.
3 years.
The ministers changed hands twice, and it was during the time of the last one that I eventually got it. I remember that I was abroad and I was watching General Babangida when he was on CNN, and he was saying that he was stepping down. Oh. I remember that each time the minister changed hands, I would burst into tears again.
Oh, goodness.
Because it was like snakes and ladders.
It's like you're starting all over again.
It was like snakes and ladders.
Yes.
And it was like I was starting all over again.
Yes.
Because it was a case of discretionary allocation at the time. So the president was the one that, and through his offices, NNPC, that would decide who gets it. I think I was one of the first women to get the license. And it's very painful when you listen to what people say. That, oh, it's because she made blouses for Mrs. Babangida. Oh, it's because she was one of them. But how about all the others who got the license and who weren't in the oil industry at the time that they got the license? So because they're men, they have 2 heads. Is it fair on womanhood? Why relegate us to the background? Why say we can't when we can? When all the prerequisites, the boxes could be ticked. I made all of them available at technical partners, and I went here and there. I did everything. I supplied everything. I did my homework. I learned on the job. I went for courses as well to help me, to build me up. you understand, to be able to sit in boardrooms and face others and be where I am today. We got that license, and when it came and I went to find out about it, I realized that it was an oil block that nobody wanted. Nobody wanted it. Nobody in the industry wanted it. It was in deep offshore. It was 5,000 feet deep, and technology had not reached that water depth. It was in deep offshore. It was 5,000 feet deep, and technology had not reached that water depth.
You know, you could see a woman that really paid the price to get the license, you know, to kind of operate in that field that she was, you know, she ventured into. She did all the things necessary that she's supposed to do. But the society did not really see her effort. They're saying, you know, that, you know, it was because she did this, she did it. What about the effort? What about all the stress that she went to, that, you know, before getting the license? People don't talk about that. They feel that it's because she was sewing blouses for, you know, Babangida's wife. That's why she was privileged. And she was just privileged to be, you know, she became the richest woman because she was privileged to be in the corridor where she is. And I feel watching her documentary is not true. Subscribe to this channel at this point. If you're finding value with this video, subscribe, give me thumbs up, turn up the notification bell so that when we post video, you'll be the first to be notified, because we post videos every week. Yes, we post new videos every week. So if you are not yet member of this platform and you're finding value in this, you know, video, please subscribe and give me thumbs up so that people will pick something, as in, so that YouTube will kind of share this video and people will know that yes, good things is happening in this country, Nigeria. Madam Alakija is a strong woman. She's really a very, you know, great woman to look up to kind of hold very dear to. Because I can see a woman who is so very humble. Very, very humble. If you watch this interview that has happened, just go through it. You see what I'm talking about. This is a woman highly placed, but she relates everything that she has to God. You could see that, you know, she clearly said it, that, you know, that everything that she has is owned by God, is given to her by God, you know.
It was too expensive to explore, and nobody knew what was deep under. Only God knew, and it closed the eyes of every human being on earth to it.
Wow.
As soon as we eventually found oil in commercial quantity, I'm jumping the gun now because it took another 3 years.
Wow.
After getting the license. Before I was able to get technical partners, because nobody wanted it.
Wow.
The first door I knocked on, the multinational company that was right next to us on the plan.
Yeah.
I said, would you like to partner with us, please? And they said, no. We were allocated that block and we returned it because it just was not going to happen. There's no point. Where do you start from? We returned it and they said, no, we don't want to partner with you. 3 years down the line, Texaco came knocking. There was maybe a bit more of technology improving, and they were willing to look into that block, and they invited us for a meeting. We had meetings for 3 months, negotiation meetings for 3 months, and we eventually signed. Before we signed, however, those neighbors who had said no came running, and they said, we're interested now. I said, no, sorry. Too late. Because we had signed an MOU with Texaco, who had said, listen, if anything happens while we're still negotiating, we want to hear. So we were obliged to tell them that Statoil had come knocking on our door and said, no, don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. So Statoil said to us, we'll do this for you, we'll do this for you, we'll do this for you, we'll do this for you. You know what we did with that? We went armed with all the promises they made, and we used that against Texaco.
You used it to negotiate.
To negotiate more, for more and more.
Wow.
It was God.
Incredible. Now, you are the richest.
People that say that, how does it feel? Gives you some more comfort in terms of, okay, I'd like to buy this, I'd like to buy that. Give you some more comfort. But it doesn't do everything that you want in life. And it's good to be able to use it to help others who don't have. Because look at our fingers.
They're never equal.
They're not equal.
Right.
They're not equal. And I know that the more you give, the more God is. We really shouldn't be going to God saying, oh, give me this, help me with this, I want this, I want. We should also ask God, what can I do for you today?
Yes.
Gives back to you. That's for sure.
Age that at that point that has everything, still hold God there has been very high. That everything that she has comes from God. That if it's not God, none of this. The COVID, so many things happened and many people were suffering, dying. That's 2022. One family, that their lives has been transformed by one woman donated 1 billion. Let me use the right word that is coming to my head. People 1 billion. 1 billion naira. Just one single family in Nigeria. So in my head, I'm thinking, why should I now put myself small? You understand? And be having issues with people about money. Do you understand? When one single woman that transformed a whole family, you understand, would dash 1 billion out. Billion, I'm not talking about million, billion, they dash it out as a family, one single family in Nigeria. That's really remarkable. Watching this interview really kind of changed my mindset with money. That I don't have to kind of now start arguing with somebody concerning 100,000, 50,000, or 20,000, or even 1 million. One single family in Nigeria can just dash out 1 billion naira during COVID. Watch this.
We donated 1 billion naira.
Wow.
If you're still watching this video to this point, this is the time to start thinking big, guys. Think big. Think big. Because one family could dash out 1 billion naira. So what are we talking about? There is money in this country, guys. Think big. I kind of, I'm so very grateful that I came in contact with this video, and it made me know more than ever before that look, the only way women can be liberated is when women start helping each other. It's time for a woman to start helping another woman. Because Marian Babangida was there for her. You understand? When her friend gave her the information that this. She now remembered that she has a woman, that can help her out. And that's when she started calling Marian Babangida. And Marian Babangida helped her out. She was kind of, booking the appointment for her to see the minister. And that's how the whole thing, started, till it got to where it is today. So
Yeah.
So I decided that I was going to go back. So I called Mrs. Babangida and I said, please, I'd like to ask you to please book me one more appointment. And she did.
She was very kind.
She was very kind.
Wow. Okay.
So women, the only people that can liberate us from the position that some men want to keep us is you and me as women. Any way you can kind of become a mentor, a helper to another woman, I think that's just the way forward. You just have to kind of, or let me put it this way, it's time to start, raising up the banner for sisterhood. This is a period for sisterhood. And that's why I created a hashtag that says one woman, all women. What affects one woman affects you too. We just have to know that. So what am I trying to say? It's time for women to start helping each other. Mentor one woman out there. Mentor a young woman. Like me now, I see Apostle Florisho as my mentor. You understand? And who mentored her? Babangida's wife to help her a whole lot. She played a whole lot of roles in her life to becoming what she is today. Why? By just making sure she gets those appointments that she's getting, to see the minister, the petroleum minister. So women, it's time to start standing for each other. Let's change our narrative. When she was asked, what legacy, what do you want people to remember you with when you leave this world? Guess what she said. It's not very back, but this one actually blew my mind. Do you know what she said? She did not say, I want them to remember me that, I'm the richest woman in Africa 2020, all that. It doesn't have anything to do with her money, guys. It doesn't have anything to do with her money. Do you know what she said? That she wants to be remembered as a woman that served God.
How would you like to be remembered? What legacy would you like to leave behind?
That woman that feared God.
Isn't that amazing? And this is what I have right now, wanting to be like her. Do you get? And at that stage, she's telling the whole world that what she wants to be remembered with is a woman that served God. And here I am, you understand, spirit-filled, born again. Do you understand? Why won't I appreciate what I have? Do you get? So if you're out there and you're not serving God, here is a rich woman that internationally they see her as a woman that is rich, that has everything. She said what she wants to be remembered with. It's not her mansion, it's not her jeep, it's not blah blah blah, but to be remembered as a woman that served God. What are you waiting for? It's time to start going spiritual. It's time to start serving God. Yes. Madam Florence said something that is so very remarkable. She said, there is no point rushing to be rich. Look at the time it took her to kind of get the license. Look at the time that she has been, they'll give the call, and it will take so many years for the government things. It take a whole lot of time before they attend to you and all that. Do you get? She said, keep at it, don't give up. There is no need to rush to be rich. Just be going slow and steady, but you're making progress. Slow and steady, but you're making progress. She said it beat her imagination these days that young people want to get rich quick. A rich woman is telling us that there is no need to rush to become rich. And in my own head, I'm thinking, of course it's true. Because if you rush to become rich, what is your experience? What are the experiences you've gathered that you will share, that you'll be able to share? So there's no need to be, to rush to become rich. Gather your experiences so that when you get there, just the way she has a story to tell about her riches, you and I too will have a story to tell about our riches. Yes. When we get 70, we're celebrating our own birthday. We'll have stories to tell. Just keep going slow by slow. And you know what? When that thing is for you, God will blind every other person's eyes. They will not see it. You will be the only person that will see it. And by the time you see it and then make that move, you will see the heavens will start smiling for you. And you will blow and blow away, just like it happened to her. They gave her the oil block that they gave her. Nobody thinks that anything will come out of it. God blinded everybody's eyes, you understand? And she keep her faith. And look at what has become of faith today.
I have lots of mantras, but one of my favorites is anything worth doing at all is worth doing well, which is why I always want to go the extra mile. And I encourage others to do the same. Because when you do that, more often than not, it's always a yes at the end of the tunnel. And then for those who want to get wealth quickly, it's not the way to go, because it gets people into trouble. If you want to do it very fast, you will end up cutting corners. And when you cut corners, you're going to regret it. Slow and steady wins the race. Because as you're going slowly, you're planning. You're applying what you've planned.
So there's no need to rush to become rich. Just be consistent. Just be steady and keep making progress. You will get there. I will get there. Subscribe to this channel, guys. Give me thumbs up and share. Turn off the notification bell so that when we post this kind of videos, you'll be the first to be notified. Yes. You know, another remarkable thing that I picked from Madam Alakija is that she cherished family. She's the one that hold her family so dear. You know, and as a young lady that, you know, that is married, we're young and all that, she just changed my perspective the more concerning family, bonding more with my children, bonding more with my husband, knowing that she said something that family is everything. So yes, if you are the type of person that don't cherish your family, watch this and hear it from her own mouth. This is the richest woman in Nigeria talking. Not in Nigeria, in the whole world talking. So when she talks, we listen because she has proof.
I love spending time with my grandchildren, just as my husband also does. Family is everything.
How guys, finally we've come to the end of this video. But you know one thing that really blew my mind? Just one woman transformed her entire family. You know, all her family members, they are now working in that company. I think the name of our company is called Fanfa Oil. Fanfa, yeah, Fanfa Oil. That's there might be Fanfa Petroleum or something. I think Fanfa Oil, that's it. All her children, including her husband, are working in that company. Of course, where else do you want them to work?
Fan for Oil is a family business. I'm not the only one in it.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
My husband, our children, that's where we all work.
They are working in her company, the company that she founded and built, you know, with God's grace. You can imagine that just one single woman transformed her entire family, generation, yet unborn. That's so remarkable. Ah, put your trust in God and hold God there, because He is the one that can take me and you to any position that we want. Just the way we've seen in the life of this woman. Because everything that she has, you saw it, she related to God's grace. And we have it. So why can't we make this work? Stop rushing to be rich. Just be going slow and steady. We've come to the end of this video, guys. I think this video is long because, you know, I'm chipping in one or two things from her, the documentary that I kind of watched, just, you know, for us to know that yes, good things are happening in this country. Yes, good things are happening in this country. You know, and I saw something somewhere that said you know, instead of relocating out of Nigeria and all that, people are really making it happen here in this country. So you and me can make things happen in this country. And that's why I want to share this video, for us to know that, yeah, I want to share this, you know, message for us to know that things are happening in this country. It's just for us to be patient and go slow and stay steady, holding God very dear. I love you guys. And you know, as usual, I'm here telling you that I love you so much. And if there's somebody there telling you that I love you, that's a beautiful one. But I'm here still telling you that I love you. Yes, you very well. And if there's nobody telling you that I love you, I am here still telling you that I love you. And always here telling you that I love you. Just come back and keep watching my video. And I'll keep telling you that I love you so very much. Bye guys. See you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.